So we're in this season right now, this season where we celebrate the greatest story that's ever told. And what's crazy is like that story is happening in a place just like this. Like it's a place that just looks like was probably just a tiny barn. I think of I've been in church my whole life. I think of all the different Bible stories that were told. The birth of Jesus has probably meant the most to me, and it's one that I remember. But in this season, it's crazy because you're pregnant, my wife is pregnant, and just the reality of that and what that means for this birth story has really made everything come to life.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about putting myself in Mary's position now and just the emotions that would have come with that. And we're just stepping into a completely unknown territory that makes us feel like we're at a complete loss of control. If Mary was anything like me, like I doubt a lot. I doubt myself and I doubt God's plans, and I would be like, I'm just a normal person. Like, are you sure you want to use me for something so great? And when I look at Mary, I'm like, well, of course, because I can go right back to the beginning of like, this is going to be great because God placed this baby in you, and it's been him from the beginning. And that puts a reality check for myself of like, same thing here. The past 8 months, this child has been growing within me, and I haven't been doing anything. It's just all God at work.
And I think that's been actually kind of hard for me because it's made me release all control that I have on the situation. I have very little control about the health of our baby. But I think that's allowed me, that's been almost a gift from God to be like, hey, remember who's in control. Remember who's in control of the situation. And I think even more in the midst of all of this, all of a sudden, we see in the story, there's this curveball that's thrown, and Caesar Augustus issues this decree, and all of a sudden, they're forced to go to Bethlehem for this census.
So I can't imagine being told that news, and I would feel questioning and a lot of worry of like, how is God's plan going to continue with this curveball here?
Mary then gives birth in a stable, in something that's a very tiny barn, and she has no comforts, no doctors, no doulas, no nothing around her. And it was this low-key moment, and yet that low-key moment gave birth to the Savior of the whole entire world.
Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine how much excitement they must have had too, of just like, all right, God's already done this much. Like, I can't wait to see what else he's going to do through this baby. And I feel that too. And just looking at Jesus' life has always been the model for us as humans. And even not so much just his adult life, but even looking at his birth now, of like, his birth brought joy and peace and just hope to a really broken world. And that's ultimately God's design for each one of us as humans when he brings us into this world, is to bring hope and glorify him.